you withdraw Siobhan and Margaret Brown? Do we have any further nomination?
I have a question.
Okay. We're gonna read the list anyway, just in case. Go ahead.
So the question is that the person, the candidacy of Ms. Brown against a specific judge or the?
No,
Okay.
it's just gonna be the top 5. Right.
So it includes the incumbents.
Yes.
Would you like me to read it?
Huh?
Would you like me to read the list?
Do you, anybody want to read the list, or is
Yes.
there any further?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, read the list.
Those found qualified.
Yeah, those will found qualified.
So this is from the Judicial Screening Committee for the Democratic Party. Please be advised the following candidates are found qualified for the position of judge.
And if you can speak up a little bit.
You have the Honorable Robin Garson, Honorable Janet McFarland, Honorable Joanne Quinones, Honorable Craig Walker, Marva Brown, Stephen Berzio, Pamela Patton Fines, Brian Gottlieb, Philip Grant, Monique Holloman, Edward King, Rena Malik, Aaron Maslow, Sherville Mines, Teresa Nuccio, Devin Robinson, Elaine Shack Rodriguez, Michael Schertz, Salvatore Shabetta, Shinyelu Udo, Lolo Waterman, Abayomi Wint.
Point of personal privilege, Madam Chair. While I was qualified by the screening panel, I will not be, nor have I sought support for any candidacy for the upcoming primary election.
Any other further nomination? You heard the list.
Edward King.
Edward King. Edward King is nominated. Can you? Any further nomination? Okay. So the people that, we have 5 slots, the people who are nominated, Robin Garson, Craig Walker, Philip Grant, Pamela Fines, Shabille Mines, Marva Brown, and Ed King. So 7. Nominations are now closed. Okay. Right now, the chair would like to conduct a roll call where each member state their top 5 candidate.
Information,
Yes.
will there be any discussion on the nominee?
We can discuss, there's no motion on the floor, but we can certainly discuss.
I would like to make a motion to have a little bit of discussion on the nominee.
Do we need a motion for discussion? No, we don't need a motion.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I would like to speak on behalf of Robin Garson and Craig Walker. I have known both candidates. I actually was the campaign manager along with Harper Robinson for Craig Walker 10 years ago when he first ran. And he ran at that time, he was so considered so qualified that he actually had no race. And he ran unopposed in his first election. Now up for his sectional election at this time. I believe he's an outstanding jurist, did a great job. He used to be the law secretary prior to his sending to the judgeship before Kathy King, and has done an outstanding job. Robin Garson, this is her 3rd time that she's running for re-election. And she was elected 20 years ago, and then again 10 years ago, supported by the county. And once again, it's 3rd time that she will be running. I want to point out that Robin Garson is now 68 years old, and actually 69, I think. And she will be 70 next year, and will then be off the bench if she were to win re-election, unless she receives a higher position. And if I may, about Phil Grant, I've known Phil Grant for many, many years. He was the law secretary for Johnny Baines for his death, or Johnny Baines' death. and then has now served these last 2 years as the law secretary for the Honorable Lawrence Martin, who is the senior member of the judiciary and now serves as a certificated judge and an outstanding job and filled him in his law secretary in that time. I will point out also that we currently lack an enormous, there is a shortage to some degree of more seasoned people to serve as judges, and I believe that those three do as well. I never pronounce her name right. What's her name? Chevelle. Chevelle is the law secretary to the Honorable Ingrid Joseph, has served in that capacity for many years, been an active member of our law committee. So those of you not familiar with it, the law committee is the one that does your petitions, wraps them, packages them, and she has been a leading member of that committee for all these years. Has done a really significant job in that. And finally, our fifth candidate, who I think everyone is known for a short time, has come before us as a result of one of the leaders, and I'd like to defer to him to speak about her.
I would like to recognize Henry Butler.
I want to speak on behalf of Pamela Patton Fines Esquire, who has over 30 years of experience. Right out of college, out of law school, she went right to the DA's office, practiced criminal law for the district attorney. After that, she went to a private firm and practiced civil law. And then for the past 20 years, she has worked for the State Teachers Union, defending the rights of teachers and fellow labor people. I think she is uniquely qualified to be the next judge for the Brooklyn courts. And she also, I know on a personal level, known Pam for the past 10 years. She is a wife, a mother of a college graduating daughter, and those who have spoken to her, you know her personal story of what she had to overcome to get to where she is today. She is a fighter, and I believe she, once again, is uniquely qualified to be a judge in the civil court for Brooklyn.
Okay, anyone else would like to speak?
May I say a few words?
Yes. I'd like to recognize Aaron Maslow.
Although I do not have a vote on the committee, I would like in particular to speak first on behalf of Judge Robin Garson. Probably I'm one of the few people who knew her from way back when, over 20 years ago when she first ran, and she's distinguished herself for 20 years on the civil court bench. I've had various conversations with her over particular legal issues, including no-fault insurance, which is my specialty, and she's highly regarded in the courthouse. I also want to speak on behalf of Sherville Mines. Ms. Mines has gone out of her way to not only is she expert in the various matters handled by her own judge, but she has attended my continuing legal education courses. I'm a certified provider of continuing legal education in the state of New York, and she has attended several of my courses, indicating her interest in constantly updating herself on the law. So I commend her candidacy in addition to that of Judge Garson. I've heard very good things about Judge Walker in the criminal court, what he's doing there. I am not familiar with the others, so I'm unable to speak about them, but those three in particular, I do commend their candidacies to the committee.
Anybody else would like to speak? I'd like to
Yeah,
recognize.
just a word on Judge Robin Gosson. I'm not an attorney, so I don't appear before her, but I know the person that Robin is, and she's a person with a good heart and a sharp mind, and deserves to be reelected. I'm proud to say I was there for the first election as a leader 20-some-odd years ago, and never regretted it then, and hope that this vote tonight is unanimous for her. Thank you.
Who?
Gosson.
Anybody else would like to say anything? Yeah.
I would just like to speak in support of Marva Brown, who I got to know in the forum that we held a couple of weeks ago. Well, one, I was very impressed with several of the judges, but particularly Marva Brown. Her story was really inspirational, and had the temperament and educational background to be a wonderful judge on the court, as well as some of the other judges. I was also, after talking with some other leaders today, swayed by some of the other judges here, particularly Philip Grant and Mims. But I really would encourage some folks to consider Margaret Brown.
I'd like to recognize Henry Butler.
Just point clarity, there are 3 openings for those who are attorneys running for judge, and then we have 2 judges who are actually running for re-election. Everyone that's running is not a judge right now. The only ones that are judges is the Honorable Robin Garson and the Honorable Craig Walker, who are currently judges running for re-election. And the other candidates are attorneys seeking to become judges.
Can I speak on behalf of?
Yes, I recognize. Shivani?
I would like to speak on behalf of Margaret Brown and Mims. For Margaret, if you do not know about her, I met her through, I was a paralegal at Legal Aid Society, and her friend Julia was she was the lawyer that I would help. And when she ran, I got to know her. Her story just so happens I'm from Crown Heights. She lives in Crown Heights. I'm also the chair of program and outreach for a park, and she's a member of our park that I grew up in. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's not a sitting judge, but she will be great. And Mings, I got to know her a lot during this past year. She also came to our forum, and very knowledgeable, very hands-on, and just really loves like law and people, so just wanted to throw that out there.
I'm sorry. Recognize Darlene.
I just hope that this committee start thinking about like the underdogs. Edward King, I don't know about all these judges, but I know I see him in the community and helping. When I was out of office, I would call his practice, private practice, and he would help constituents. I cannot say that for none of these judges that I'm hearing right now. I said Walker, gotta say, Judge Walker. But I think we should give other people an opportunity to serve as a judge that has the passion for the people and not just the political connection. Thank you.
I would like to recognize Arlene.
I didn't nominate anybody, but I do agree with Darlene on regarding King. I don't deal much with lawyers, and I happen to have met Edward King about maybe 4 years ago, and before becoming a district leader, I had already had a relationship with him, and even more now that I understand where he is and what he really does for community, that I've taken a light to what he really does. He's very approachable. He knows how to bring that lawyer lingo down to community so that we can actually understand what we're getting ourselves into when we hire a lawyer. Normally we just hire them because we need it. He explains the issue and he tells you what your options are. So I think that he would be a great asset to the everyday, Brooklynite that would encounter him in a bench. So I hope that, you guys will consider and giving him your vote. Thank you.
I'd like to recognize Sorana.
I just wanted to say a quick word regarding Craig Walker. His work that he has done in the mental health court, the fact that he helped start a court, right? I speak to his character, need him to work with young black men, especially around race and age. He seems to be a man of integrity, a man who's very passionate of what he does. And I just want to kind of put that out there. He actually helped start a court. I can't recall a court that he started, but I think that shows really initiative when you start a court. That's a lot of extra work. Extra work, yeah.